What is going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the vlog. This is the very first video on this new channel, very first video for this brand new adventure. My name is Tyler. This is T1 Trucking. Typically, I'm an automotive YouTuber. I do videos about my truck build, the car build. It's called Badsy71. So if you guys come over from that channel, thank you so much for stopping in here. And I hope you enjoy following along this little adventure and career change. You're probably wondering, what is T1 Trucking? Is it a trucking company? Is it a business? What is it? And as of right now, it's just the name of this YouTube channel. T1 means type 1. I'm type 1 diabetic. This is going to be my little, adventure, little story, and the process of what it takes for a type 1 diabetic to get their Class A CDL and get into truck driving. First step being the Cdl permit. That's all written tests. I believe that's kind of the same across the board for every state, written test. And obviously you have to have your DOT medical card and all that so you can get the permit. Once you get the permit, you can start, driving the trucks, with a CDL holder. And my dad actually is a CDL holder. He's been a truck driver ever since I can remember. And something that's a little bit funny is I always said that I'm not going to do the same thing that he does. I'm going to do something completely different. And here we are. I'm going to go and drive semi-trucks, drive big trucks, and exactly do what he does. I wanted to kind of kickstart things and make it easy for when we start having kids and having a family, that hopefully we can get to the point where we can just live off of one source of income instead of both me and my wife having to work. That's really the main goal. And yeah, hopefully we can make it happen. All right, guys, this is actually the next day after the previous clip that you saw. We've got a hat cam on. I've got a GoPro mounted to a hat, just to kind of give you a little POV view while remaining hands-free driving the truck. So this video is it's the first one on the channel. I kind of just want to explain, who I am, what we're trying to do, what this channel is eventually going to be. So currently, I am driving a box truck for a company called LKQ Keystone. We do automotive parts. We deliver car parts, used, new car parts, engines, transmissions, stuff like that, to body shops, mechanic shops, whatever. So if you take your car to a body shop or a dealership, such as that one over there, more than likely, if your insurance estimates your damage being repaired, say you hit a deer and you need your car fixed, you need a hood and a fender, they can either estimate aftermarket parts or OEM parts. And if it's aftermarket parts, then more than likely a Keystone truck will be delivering those parts, and those parts are going to be painted and put on your car. But really, this is the largest box truck that I can drive with. In Missouri, it's called a Class E license, chauffeur's license. I'm sure it's probably different classes in different states. But chauffeur's license, basically, I could drive like limousines and taxis, and it's a license that you need to drive and get paid to drive. So if you're driving a company vehicle, you have to have this this specific class of license. And this box truck is 18 foot, maybe a little over 18 foot. It's on an Isuzu chassis. So we've got the cab over Isuzu and a gas-powered 6.0 Chevy engine. And this is pretty much the largest truck you could use without exceeding that 26,000 gross vehicle weight limit. I know there's a couple of those international or Freightliner trucks that you could drive that you don't have to, such as a Penske truck. You could drive that with a Class E, if you're driving for a company that uses those. But the air brakes are kind of hit and miss on different places. So yeah. But what I'm trying to do, is just move up, go to the next level. The Class A CDL, that's the highest type of license you can get. You can drive literally anything, with the Class A. It means higher pay usually, and that's what I want to do. So that's the next step. And I'm wanting to make videos like this, doing LTL, or something along the lines. Whatever it ends up that I'm doing. I enjoy watching these type of videos, so I figured, why not, jump into that kind of category and start making them. I've watched channels like Riding with Dave. He drives for CFI, And ever since I was a kid, I've been into semi trucks. I really like semi trucks, tractor trailers. What kid usually doesn't? Most boys as a kid, you usually like tractor trailers. And I remember growing up, my dad would bring his truck home. I think one of the first trucks I ever rode in was a Western Star day cab when he was hauling concrete blocks and building materials. And those memories just set in. And you never, that's just something you don't forget. And it's time for me to jump into that and start doing that and start driving them myself. But yeah, I mean, channels like Riding with Dave, or there's a lot of prime drivers that have YouTube channels. Trucking Through Life, he's an LTL channel, and I've been watching him, pretty recently. Past couple of weeks, been watching his channel, and I'm like, this is cool. People like this stuff. People like these truck driving videos. There's definitely an audience there. While my other channel is for car stuff, building trucks, building cars, stuff like that, and just kind of broaden my range of video making. So this is what I drive. Just Isuzu gas cab over truck. Definitely, it gets the job done. I've had this truck since it's brand new. Got it with like 500 miles on it. I've put, I think now it's like almost 170,000 miles. So we got the parts loaded up here. Close that back up for him. And that's just kind of part of the customer service, that I like to do. If that's the way that they want to do it, that's how we'll do it. It's easiest for him. Just to have him in that truck, and he's ready to go for the most part. So that's pretty much what we do. What I do on this job: pickups, pick up returns, deliver the new stuff. I've delivered everything from full beds to frames to whatever. And I've been doing this job for, I think, going on 5 years. 5 years. And yeah, I mean, I like it. It's a good job, but like I said in the beginning, it's just, I guess it's time to move forward and better myself. That's the whole point of switching jobs. I remember when I got hired on this job, if I went through probably 2 or 3 different jobs before I got hired onto this job. And that was one thing when I was going through my interview. The manager asked, he's like, why is your job history? Why do you have 2 jobs within the last year? And my answer was, well, I'm trying to improve myself, trying to make more money, find a place where I want to kind of be at. My ultimate goal is potentially to open up my own business. So this truck has a lift gate that goes all the way, and you have to put that down before you can open the door. So you got to do that before you back into the dock, because otherwise you won't be able to get to your door if you don't put that down. Now we're going to go drop this radiator off. Got old CFI. CFI, for whatever reason, has always been one of my favorite trucking companies. My dad actually worked for CFI for a little bit, a long time ago. Back, I don't even know. It had to have been like the 80s, maybe 90s. I don't know. It was before I was born. I mean, it's a fun job. Like I said, gets you out on the road, gets you in a truck. Great way to build up commercial driving experience, since we do have a DOT number. It's a commercial vehicle, and that works for a commercial experience. Same thing as driving, delivering parts for like AutoZone or one of those places like that. It's all commercial experience, and you could use that. It looks good on your resume, for a lot of places like to have, a certain amount of years of commercial driving experience, and like I said, it's a great way to do it. But if you made it this far in the video, comment down below, if you drive trucks, what do you do, what do you drive, who do you drive for? Comment down below if you made it this far in the video. I know, like I said earlier, this is the first video on this channel. It's going to take it a little while to gain traction and for people to see it, but this is all about kind of documenting how I'm obtaining my Class A CDL. And like I said, I wanted to bring you guys along for the ride. All right, guys, and just like that, we are done for the day. That route that I do usually does around 200 to 300 miles, depending on the day of the week. Tuesdays and Thursdays a little bit longer than Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But yeah, that's what we do. That's what I do right now. Deliver parts, drive box truck, all that good stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It was definitely different for me to make, different style video. Like I said, I'm used to making like vehicle related content, and I'm really honestly excited to jump into doing these kind of videos. And I think it would be it'll be a lot of fun. It'll be pretty cool, especially when we jump up into a higher brackets of driving. I've got the permit information and, of course, the Missouri Commercial Driver's License Handbook. I'm going to be, looking over that and everything. Honestly, to pass the permit test, I used a couple of apps on my phone. I will screenshot that and put it up here for you guys to see. I think you could do whatever state. I selected Missouri. I'm pretty sure all the states were on there, and you are able to go based off of whatever state you live in. And as far as the Cdl Permit Questions went, it's a written exam, of course, and the questions on there were word for word from the study apps that you could download. So extremely helpful for me. I'm more of a visual learner. I could read and read and read, and I just don't retain information too well when it comes to taking tests. I don't retain information just by reading. I have to either perform the action, I have to do it, I have to physically go through the actual test and see the questions. That way I can kind of repeat. Repetitiveness is a good help for me specifically. That helps it a lot when you can actually take the actual questions pulled from the test and use them. So next step for me is going to be doing the DOT medical, applying and paying for the actual permit. Like I said, it's going to be a great experience. It's going to be fun, and hopefully it's going to be helpful to others when it comes time for them to get their CDLs. Definitely leave the video a like, subscribe if you are into truck related videos. Comment down below if you've made it to the end of the video. Comment down below, what is your favorite trucking channel here on YouTube? Mine is Riding with Dave. All of his content, great guy. And just simple videos that are easy to watch, and I think that makes a huge difference. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. We will see you all in the next video once we get to the next step. Take care.